So this week, I'm going to give you 4 tips to determine sexual compatibility without having sex. Stay tuned. What's good? It's your boy Zachary Carroll, aka Pastor Z, and this is ChristianHood Talk, where we help you apply the Bible to all of life's craziness. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Bro, sis, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So, last week, I gave 2 generalized reasons why you should not be having sex before marriage. One of the most prevalent excuses I hear for men and women deciding not to be pure before marriage is they are afraid of marrying somebody that they aren't sexually compatible with. Now, this video is primarily for those who aren't married. If you are married and you're having some issues in the bedroom, that is a video for another day. None of the stuff that I'm going to say today really applies to you in determining sexual compatibility. You are already married, and it's definitely something that you can work on. Make sure you stay to the end of the video, because the last tip I'm going to give is the most important, and it's basically all you need. Tip number 1. Are you physically attracted to this person? Physical attraction is extremely important, and there's nothing in the Bible that says that you should be pursuing or allowed yourself to be pursued by someone that you are not physically attracted to. Physical attraction is the basic beginning of any type of sexual desire or any type of interest in getting married. Proverbs 5:18 through 19. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. Let her breasts fill you at all times with delight, be intoxicated always in her love. Proverbs 5 primarily deals with staying away from adulterous women. And the wisdom in this chapter is trying to have men focus on their wives and allowing their wives to fulfill their physical desires. It says to be intoxicated with her love and let her breasts delight you. This is expressing the importance and the need for a husband to be physically attracted to his wife. Now, if you're already married, like I said, this does not apply for you. You can't make the excuse that you are no longer physically attracted to your wife. That is another video. That is not an excuse for you to step out, get divorced, or whatever. But if you are dating and you are seeking someone that you can marry, physical attraction is very important. In Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verses 10 through 14, the bride is describing her beloved, the man that is courting her. A lot of the descriptions that she gives has to do with his personality and his character. She also talks about his physical characteristics, of how his eyes are beautiful, his cheeks and his thighs and his abdomen, and she ends by saying that he's altogether desirable. And so you need to be physically desirable to your potential spouse, and you need to be desiring someone that you're seeking to be married. Physical attraction isn't everything, but physical attraction is the first step in determining whether or not there's sexual compatibility. The second tip is to go dancing. Dancing is an amazing way to determine whether there's physical chemistry.
I love it when she rock her hip and wait. Her hip.
Sorry. Anyway, that's gonna get cut out. Making love should be fun, should be free, should be safe. It is a dance in and of itself. So the best way to determine if there's sexual compatibility is to go dancing. Bachata, merengue, you could do reggaeton, hip hop, ballet, compa. There are so many styles of dancing, and it is an excellent way to determine if you and this person have the same vibe, have the same, or on the same wavelength. And it's okay if you're not. Now listen, if you can't dance, you can learn how to dance. If you have two left feet, there are many opportunities for you to go take dancing lessons, you can watch YouTube videos on learning how to dance. I'm not saying that the first time y'all start dancing, if it goes horrible, that you should just break up with him and never talk to him again. If he can learn how to dance and he can learn how to follow your rhythm, he can learn some other stuff too. There's some hope for that young man. The third tip is to talk about making love. Talk about it. After there's trust been formed, after you both feel safe, after the courtship is on and cracking, you need to talk about it. You need to talk about expectations. You need to talk about likes and dislikes. If you have a certain expectation or a certain appetite, you need to tell that to your spouse. It should not be a surprise. Very little should be surprising after marriage. And it doesn't mean you have to test drive. That's a lie from the devil. You don't have to test drive anything. If you are on a scale from 1 to 10 as far as appetite, if you're a 9, you shouldn't date somebody that's a 2. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like an 8 from a scale from 1 to 10 as far as appetite. Your boy is an 8, and we're gonna talk about why later. But I dated someone that was like a 2. She told me she was a 2, and I stopped dating her. Cause I mean, I'm just being real. I'm being honest. Like, I'm good with it. Like, if not every day, maybe like 5 or 6 times a week. And you are 2, which means 1 or 2 times a month. That's not gonna work. This is not an exact science, but it's definitely something to consider. It's definitely something to talk about. Here is the most important thing you need to realize and you need to determine in your dating life. Is there sexual tension? Sexual tension is a sort of attractiveness that you will have with your potential spouse. There is something that bothers you about them. Every time you get around them, maybe your heart rate goes up. Or every time that y'all have conversations, you always start to flirt. You can never really be around them. You can never really talk to them without messing with them, or without laughing. There is going to be a certain feeling that you both have when you are around each other, when you're talking with each other, that spikes your sexual interest. This is what's called sexual tension, and you don't need to actually go through with it in order to have sexual tension. And I'm telling you, it's probably going to be way better than anybody could expect if you allow the sexual tension to build and build and build up until you get married. The first time will be amazing. Well, that's all I got for you. My name is Zachary Carroll. This is Christian Hood Talk. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share down below. Y'all be cool.